This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
And a pleasant good evening live from the Great Plains Coliseum, where we are part of the Great Plains Invitational in year number 2 and game number 3 between the Lawton High Wolverines and the Putnam City Pirates. And so we've got third game on the slate. In fact, we had game number 1 with Northwest Classen beating U.S. Grant 86-26. Tulsa Memorial over Newcastle 78-26, and they will play each other tomorrow in the 6 p.m. semifinals. So now we've got the starting lineups for the Putnam City Pirates. They are going to be the visiting team today. They're going to be in all black with orange. And then we'll have the Lawton High Wolverines. Now the Lawton High Wolverines get introduced. This is actually the first time that we get to see the Lawton teams in action. We just got done with the football season and now getting ready for a full slate of basketball. So we are ready for it. I'm glad you could join us. Glenn Brockenbush, along with myself, Eric Sherem, and Nathan Woods being our videographer, camera operator tonight. And, you know, it's you see scores. It's pretty much what I normally see. But, you know, seeing them in person is totally different. So we're ready to jump it. I have 8 on the board for the first of the quarters, and we'll kind of give you the rundown of the OSSAA changes for this year's season. And it's been kind of a good adaptation for me to understand that there's no more 1-and-1. And without fouling 5 times in a row, you know, you'll be able to capitalize on not having to worry about fouls and going to the line. So Madden Padilla will start off with the Lawton High Wolverines, and we'll quickly go around with the Wolverines in all white with red numbers, Putnam City in all dark with orange numbers. Lawton High on this side of the court puts one up on their first possession, and it rims out. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Putnam City. Pirates going to quickly come down the floor. Just underway. First possession come up empty for the Wolverines. Putnam City answers. Comes back. Irons out. Back up. Rebound for the Wolverines. Coast to coast. Goes all the way up and in. And the bucket counts for the Harm. And we'll see that on instant replay. Just decides to take it all the way and get the 2 and the extension for the 3-point swing.
Yeah, excellent play there by Tavares Deans, a guy that we saw a lot of last year for Lawton High as they had a great year. And he will get a chance to make it 3 the old-fashioned way. And he does just that.
So just like that, a 3-point swing for the Lawton High Wolverines. And a steal. I'm going to come back down the other way. So the Wolverines will set up shop. Kind of a bounce going over to Madden Padilla. He'll let that one air. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Putnam City. Quickly across the timeline is Stevens. Stevens will bounce pass between Williams. Boy, goes reverse angle layup, no good. Rebounded by the Wolverines. Quickly with a quick pop for a 3. And just like that, the Wolverines are up 6-0. 6-2, rather. So we expect to have both teams up and down the floor. We had that earlier. Northwest Classen very aggressive. Tulsa Memorial very aggressive up and down the floor. Almost pickpocket with, and it's Madden Padilla with a bounce from behind steal into the hands of the Wolverines. Nice outlet pass to the far end, and that is stolen. Not able to get up as Cottrell. Madden Padilla is going to be on the guard. Back up top for Williams. Williams will play catch. He'll get a new play call as he gives that over to DJ Stevens. So we'll play perimeter pass catch at the top. Little drive going to the basket. Tries to get around Panay. Panay with a swipe defensive strike. Madden Padilla on a fast break opportunity. A 3-on-1. Puts it up. Oh, reverse angle. Oh, and does not make it connect. Trying to get that to fall for Patrick. And they come up empty on the possession arrow down on this side of the court, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Anthony Patrick, a guy we really didn't know a lot about coming into this season, just a sophomore. Really creative play there, and then showing the hustle, trying to get after that ball and the steal. And looks like we might have another turnover for the Wolverines. But again, we're seeing a lot of tenacious defense in their first year under their new head coach.
Corey Barnes gets hand on it, goes out of bounds, and last touched by the Wolverines. Going to quickly go down the floor, defended, and a whistle on the floor. So we measure there's no 1-and-1, so it is with a true foul. It will go to the line shooting 2. There is 5 team fouls per quarter to get in the bonus, and they will be put on the scoreboard as such. So if you don't foul early, the games can go rather quick, faster than normal, as Madden Padilla. Give that over to Panay. Panay, Goethe will make one little move. Saw him at quarterback and wide receiver for the Lawton High Wolverines, and then up and just underneath for the basket for 2 is good. Bring the Wolverine score to 8.
Yeah, so far, Eric, you've really got to love the defense that you're seeing from Lawton High. And this is something that we've seen for a few years now. A lot of these kids very tenacious on the defensive end. And
okay, he's going to step out of bounds, so Wolverines will still retain possession. And they'll take it out underneath for Putnam City. Inbounds is Stevens. Back up top over to Thompson. Thompson will scoop and score and gets on the board for 2 to cut the Wolverine lead in half, 8-4, 4:15. And Wolverines didn't wait, didn't hesitate, went right down quickly, and there'll be a jump ball called. And the possession arrow will be in favor of Putnam City.
Yeah, what was that Mike D'Antoni used to run with the Suns, 7 seconds or less? No, they wanted like 4 seconds or less to get a shot up there. They were wasting no time. And
Madden almost gets that steal quickly down the floor. Back out. Tries to do the stutter step going around. He'll back out. Instruct, and that's almost a loose ball, and it is. Into the hands of Panay. Panay trying to go all the way coast to coast, quickly up off the board, but the rebound is good for 2 by Deans. And that brings us to double digits for the Wolverines to make it 10. They'll round robin this. Back up top over to Perry. 3:30 to go here in quarter 1. Almost tried to pick the pocket by Barnes. Gets around, throws up for the out rim. And Madden Padilla looks to drive. He'll go strong to the hoop. Bounces once, twice off the rim. No good. Rebounded. Loose ball picked up. Going to go right through the lane, up high, and then through the mess of congestion. And Deans, there's a whistle and a foul on the way in. See this on instant replay. Right there, takes it. And we'll go to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, we've been so enthralled with football action, but it feels right to have basketball action going on again in December. And really interested to, certainly for me, my first time this year to see all the Lawton teams in person.
Charity Stripe brought to you by Champions United Financial Services, Life, Health, and Medicare Insurance. Made simple. Veteran-owned. Call today, 678-9610. They help with life and health insurance plans to suit your needs. Want to thank Waste Solutions, the title sponsor of this tournament. Also along with Liberty Bank and the Lawton Chamber of Commerce. Going to inbounds from underneath. With a Lawton High 12-4 lead. It's been the Wolverines on the get-go, putting the pedal on the gas on both sides and ends of the floor. Great opportunity to see these Lawton schools in action for the first time on the Oklahoma Sports Network. 3 minutes left to go here in quarter 1, and a full court trap, and there's going to be a foul and a reach-in. We'll probably accredit that to Young. That's going to be the second team foul. No, the first team foul on the Wolverines, and that will be on Young. The sophomore is going to pick up his first.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen the Pirates kind of have a loose ball on the inbound, and now it looks like he went over and back, and they're not going to call it because his
Trap,
whole
stealing,
body wasn't there.
All the way for a easy layup, up and in.
What a nice play. Number 22, Marcus Rucker, the junior point guard.
Makes it 14-4, a 10-point lead now by the Wolverines with 2:37 left to go here in quarter number 1. Lets that one sail and fly for a 3 ball, so just before you get too comfortable, here comes the Pirates to bring it with a 3-point swing.
Yeah, we see Avi Young as well as Nikel Adams now in the game for the Wolverines.
That's going to be a little chip foul there, and it's going to be Barnes. It's going to be the second team foul for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Corey's going to come out, and Madden's stay on the bench was brief. He's going to come back out.
So inbounding, Madden just going to trail to try to pickpocket with the defense. Loose ball, and then a nice little pick back off the rebound. Quickly up off the glass for 2 for Putnam City.
Yeah, John Sheffy with the putback there. Very nice.
Loose ball, kind of throws it around, and then a whistle on the floor.
Now, I don't think I would be doing my job as a former sneaker store salesperson if I didn't point out the awesome shoe game everybody's got out there. Or do you think it's awesome, or do you think it's ostentatious?
No, I think that basketball has always been flair and flash, and this is what you get. They certainly do. Personality. Your charity stripe for the Lawton High Wolverines by Champions United Financial Services. Call 678-9610. Life, Health, Medicare Insurance made simple. Veteran-owned.
And almost as if he heard us, Anthony Patrick in those lemon lime looking shoes coming back in the game.
Second shot is also good. Still that pressure. Gets out of it against the 3, and there's a collision of bodies, but no foul. Panay with the rebound over to Madden Padilla. Madden goes try to find a streak Panay in the middle of the lane. Little scoop and a little sky hook there is good for 2. Decker makes it 18. Putnam City not waiting, not hesitating. Back, they fire back, put it off from 20. No good. Rebounded by Lawton High. Wolverines come marching down the court. Dribbles between his legs. Looks, stops, hesitates. Back over to Panay. Panay for 3. Irons off the back end. Loose ball picked up, and a jump ball is called. And the possession arrow is going to stay over here on this side for the Wolverines, and they'll take it out underneath. Quick little quarter, as we said, how these go when you don't really foul and foul often. Already at the 1:12 mark here of quarter number 1. Madden heavily guarded. He likes to have that content. Oh, and they got a little piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. But last touch by Putnam City. So I think we're going to have a little squabble and a battle between these two.
Nice feed and nice put back by Tavares.
That's how you have to work it around for the Wolverines. They get to the 20 mark with 52 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Well, that's going to be the aggressive mark.
Yeah, Madden is a guy who, we've known about him for years now, literally. As we see a steal there, and
up,
Corey
misses it, but he gets his own rebound, puts it back up for Barnes to put it. And a timeout is called, 32nd by Putnam City. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
All right, back here at the Great Plains Coliseum. And a quickly 30-second timeout called by Putnam City, with a run for the Wolverines to make it 22-9. It's been all Wolverines for the home team. Putting on a little display here for a 6 o'clock. Don't forget MacArthur and Eisenhower in game number 2. So we'll get to see all three Lawton schools in back-to-back games. 36 seconds remain here in quarter number 1. And the high pressure and the kickball is called. So they'll take it out here on the half court. Putnam City. And to Stevens. Back up top to Stevens. 22 seconds, probably playing for the last shot over to Perry. Tries to go baseline, stops. Outside, look for a free shot. He had the opportunity, but took the step, and then he'll fall.
Oh, they're going to call a foul.
They're going to say a foul on the floor.
Is that going to be on Corey?
0,
Corey
I
Barnes?
think so, yeah. I think
I
Barnes.
believe that's at least his second.
The junior.
But he's not coming out.
Well, they say it's only the first on the top scoreboard. I mean, not that I have to believe that. Both have 3 just in this quarter, but we'll start over here in 9 seconds down the last shot. Putnam City playing with 5 seconds down to 4. 3, 2, and 1. Let that launch hit the front iron, and no. That is going to end our first quarter of play. Lawton High on top, 22-9. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
All right, back after 1 quarter of play in the books. It's been all Wolverines, 22-9, very comfortable lead for the new coach for Lawton High. Trying to make a statement in the earlier games contest. The 2 o'clock game featured Northwest Classen and U.S. Grant. It was Classen over Grant, 86-26. In game number 2 is Tulsa Memorial over Newcastle, 78-26. Those two will meet tomorrow, 6 p.m., right here at the Great Plains Coliseum for the semifinals. Lawton High taking on Putnam City, and MacArthur will taking on Eisenhower, and those two will play. So it could be guaranteed a city matchup in the semifinals. in this Invitational. So set to action here to start the second quarter. It's Putnam City in all darks and just orange numbers. It's going to be a throwback, and that is going to be a backcourt violation. So into the hands of the Wolverines. They'll get the first turnover to start the second quarter. See right there is where he picked that up. Madden had to really grasp out for that because going to have to him and Locke are going at it, and so is Perry and Madden, and now we got a little reach in.
Yeah, Edwin Lloyd kind of hip checked him there for a bit. And it looks like we're going to see Sheffy come back in for the Pirates.
So to inbounds, Corey Barnes over to Madden. Madden dribbles behind his back, between his legs, back over, up top. Look to drive, look for a little bit of help back over to Madden. As Dean's had it momentarily, and we got a whistle, and we're going to be shooting two. Back to your charity stripe. And our charity stripe sponsor is the Champions United Financial Services, life, health, and Medicare insurance made simple. Veteran-owned. Call today, 678-9610. Help you with your insurance needs. Shot up and in.
Yeah, Madden's a guy that we've obviously seen since he was a freshman when he played across town at MacArthur, and we've just seen his confidence grow from year to year, and that's what you want to see, a guy who already had kind of that bulldog mentality, but has really just progressed as a player and as a leader from everything I've heard. As
a senior, crosses the timeline, stops, waits, hesitates, then a pass outlet going up top. Again, that pressure defense for the Wolverines kind of in your face. We saw that with Northwest Classen. They'll pick your pocket if you're not careful. They're really guarding on your face. There's a wide open three ball. Goes up, clears it with Barnes with a rebound over to Panay on this side. Stops and a travel is called, so he took one extra step. As Panay called for the walk. Panay Basingoti, of course, had to play quarterback, played wide receiver during the Lawton High football season. We'll see him next year just being a junior. Boy, there's the pickpocket and a steal from Lawton High. Another steal now with Putnam City. They thought they had a 2-on-2 before he travels, has that one thrown out, goes out of bounds, and on the line. And Putnam City will take the ball out on their end of the floor. Kind of sloppy these last go-arounds on both ends of the floor. 6:25 and counting before the half. Looks for a little bit of a engagement, then back away. It's between Williams. Baseline, stop from 20, no good. And there is a reach in after the rebound. As Young was coming down heavy on it. That foul is going to be on Lloyd. Edwin Lloyd is going to pick up his second. It's going to be the third for Putnam City. Just under 6 minutes left to go here in quarter number 2. See Santa Claus off in the end of the Coliseum with a little wave over there, wishing you a happy holiday. And that's coming up next. And that's when basketball is going to go that little small 2-week shutdown. There may be, well, I think Coach Gagliardi told us that maybe the Mustang Invitational Holiday is probably the only big one out. Everybody else, there's a 3-ball. And and a travel is immediately called, but your Ice Trey's Barbershop 3. Ask yourself, if you haven't let Trey cut it, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, we just saw Tonto Smith hitting the tray there. That was nicely done by the senior.
Big run for the Wolverines And a good start.
They've got the ball back now as Padilla being guarded closely.
Going to rotate up top, trying to get that screen into Panay in the middle, and then he gets congested with 3. Out for a 3-ball, look no good. Fight for the rebound. Oh, and then has to throw that one up, and it's going to hit the Coliseum rafters as Young just tried to save it, and it went up too high and hit the metal and back down, and that will be out of bounds.
I think the main differences that you're seeing between these two defenses is, Lawton High running almost a strict man-to-man, whereas Putnam City seems to be running some man principles with some kind of double teaming once the ball reaches the perimeter, especially when it's in Padilla's hands. They've really not let him get as creative as he likes to get. But lucky for him and for the Wolverines, a lot of his teammates have caught fire when he's able to facilitate.
Full court press on. Madden will run. Try to circumvent in between him there. That caused a turnover. Wolverines come back down on the other end of the floor with 5:10 left to go. 3-ball on the way. No, back irons. Madden with the rebound. Owen gets congested, hog-tied, almost clothesline in the middle of the lane. But with his abilities, but you know what? He doesn't have the height. So here he comes. You'll see that in the instant replay, and they just kind of held him up. Said, no, we're not going to give you a free one in the basket.
Oh, they tried the old okey doke there, bouncing it off the back of Sheffy there, but Wolverines get the ball back.
5 to go. Panay for 3. Rims out. Fight for the rebound, goes out of bounds. That's going to be last touch by Putnam City, so the Wolverines will retain yet another position. Inbounds underneath is Tonto Smith. Fake the pass from Patrick. He'll play a little round ball between 2 defenders. Now an outside 3-ball look. That comes up short. Rebound, put back. That's deflected and rejected. And now the swarming Wolverine defense right there, and then out on the floor. Fast break opportunity coming on the other side with 4:37 left to go. Before the half. Go back away. Engage. Takes a few steps left. Inside the paint. Oh, and then that's rejected. Panay with the rejection, and then Madden with a double dribble. So it was a great opportunity. We'll get to see this here in instant replay. The rejection here with the defense. Watch. So he comes in here and Panay says, no thank you, right there. And then get the double dribble on Madden. So you got the block, you got the steal, but then immediately a turnover. 27-9 with 4:10. Almost halfway through this second quarter. It is a steal. Opportunity coming up. Waits for the defender, comes back, and say it's a travel. Thought it was going to be, and the bucket counts for the harm, but no. Took the extra step right there, yep. Had to go around the defender, and I get it. Good call by the official. With 4:02.
We saw Anthony kind of throw his hands up, and I thought it was more of a, Michael Jordan circa the finals back in the 90s, like, did I just do that? But no, it was more of a, why did they call that?
So Warren Dew will cross and go out of bounds. Have a Wolverine check into the ball game. Tavarius Deans will check back in. Madden will go to the bench as well. Coach going to rotate in some fresh players. In the 2, and that's what I love. There's 2 guarding, 1 on each end, and 1 looks to try to pick the ball. And I'll tell you what, it's a great defensive strategy. Goes up and around, though, but that's good for 2. So the drought ends after Putnam City had the lid shut out on them for quite some time. Air ball there. That's going to go out of bounds with 27-11 with 3:24 left to go in the second quarter. Don't forget the last of our 4 games at 8 o'clock. MacArthur and Eisenhower is Lawton High red in the stadium right now in the Coliseum, setting themselves to take a look at the Wolverines tonight. A steal coming back. Oh, and then a rejection from behind. Got a piece of it is Jacoby Williams, but it goes out of bounds. So the Wolverines will still retain possession. Anthony Patrick looked to try to get this one to Panay. Panay gets double teamed, guarded, gets stolen. Loose ball picked up by Putnam City with 3:08 to go. Stevens backs out of driving inside the paint. There's that double guard again. Between Panay, and that's really good orchestrated when you can communicate on the floor like that, because you're leaving yourselves vulnerable, as Cottrell was the other defender, a 2-on-1. So we're going to back this out almost to the top and then try to go one-on-one. Inside the lane, little floater up and in for good. So a good little run by Putnam City to chip away at that Wolverine lead, 27-13. Coming back on the other end of the floor is Panay. Panay looks for a little bit of help, goes baseline, double team, back out to Panay, up top, and we'll start anew. Trying to go with Young. Three-pointer try from Anthony Patrick is no good. Rebounded by Putnam City with 2:12 left to go in quarter number 2. Inching our way to another halftime opportunity. Looks to drive, splits 3 defenders, dish out for a 3 here on the near corner, and that's good. So it is a pretty good run right now to make things interesting before the half. 27-16, cutting into that lead. Goes strong to the hoop. Does not wait, does not hesitate. In for the bucket is Deans to make it 29. Minute 35. It's guarded with Young. Also on the floor is Deans. Man loses, gets the momentarily rebound, loses the ball, and the whistle on the floor. Taken out of bounds. Underneath their own bucket. We'll have second half action, and don't forget MacArthur and Eisenhower, part of the last of the 4 games. There'll be 4 games tomorrow as well, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Every team guaranteed at least 3 games. That's what you want in a tournament. You get to see where you're at. Inbounds from underneath. Bounce pass. With 1:23 left to go. They really like to take it out at the top. Really giving a lot of space so they can either move or get people to move. It's kind of like football when you spread out your receivers wider and wider. Goes baseline, turn around. Going to be a dish out pass with 1:04. Playing a little bit of stall ball here. Looks to drive. No. Back up top. Under a minute. Well, he likes to go right at Madden. He says a little battle between the two, a little push out for a 3 ball on the far end, and then a reach for the putback and a foul on the floor.
Yeah, Draylon Denson just happened to be in the right place at the right time for the Pirates, right underneath the basket. Couldn't get the bucket to go after the rebound, but he's going to have a chance to get those points back here from the line.
Talking about, we really enjoy the new floor from last year, a brand new floor here at the Coliseum. A couple of advantages. I know it's the nice stain look here, but we talked about getting rid of the three ball from NBA, NCAA, and high school, and every kid always was shooting from way out. And Coach Gagliardi said it drove me nuts. I said, don't shoot from there. That's not our place, and you don't practice that anyway. So that is thrown out. They'll really get to see the mark. Panay goes all the way down the field down the court. Little dish-off pass, no good. Rebounded. Madden for three from downtown, no good. Rims in and out. Putnam City with a rebound. Quickly down the floor with 26 seconds left to go before the half. Top of the key, and we'll round robin past this. Kind of slowly, methodically. Almost gets stolen. Pitched again. You gotta have your good ball skills against the Wolverines because they will take it from you. Oh, there's a little throw out. Madden with 5 seconds, down to 4, 3, 2. You better put it up right here at the shot at the buzzer, and it's
there
good.
It is. Tavares Deans getting it done.
So Deans puts it in to end the half, 31-17. That's almost textbook. That's what you love to see when you come down the floor. We'll get to see that before we go into halftime. Is that last shot fade away in the paint? It's good for 2. So it's 31-17 at the half here at the Coliseum for the Great Plains Invitational. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Are you ready for a debit card? Well, this card is more than you may realize. It's a reward-earning, style-affirming, money-managing, do-it-all debit card, like a key to the world. It's the Pay Me debit card from Communication Federal. Our Pay Me account pays you real cash that adds up fast, earning rewards when you use your card. So get a free Pay Me debit card today. It's secure shopping and payment power online or in stores. Sounds like you're ready. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Let's go!
Guys, the toilet's clogged! Stop again! Oh, that's gross. Unnecessary clogging. 30-minute fix. We'll have you back and using the toilet in no time.
Don't let bad plumbing penalize you. Call Whitehead Plumbing today. When plumbing problems hit hard like a linebacker, call an audible. Whitehead Plumbing is here to tackle them head on.
Whitehead Plumbing, the real MVPs.
Yeah! Woo! We're your plumbing MVP.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, there are other funeral homes, and then there is ours. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Second year of the Great Plains Invitational here at the Great Plains Coliseum. Glad to have you along for this run. Boy, we've had some great basketball in a first day exhibition. And they really put on the clinic because it was Northwest Classen defeating U.S. Grant 86-26 in game number one. Followed by Tulsa Memorial had no problems with Newcastle, 78-26. Now they will meet. That's Northwest Classen and Tulsa Memorial for the semifinals tomorrow at 6 p.m. But the first slated game tomorrow at 2 will be Newcastle and Northwest Classen. The winner of this game will advance to the nightcap for tomorrow night at 8 p.m., and they will take on the winner of next game's contest between MacArthur and Eisenhower. And that's all right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Hey, make sure that for those who are watching on Facebook Live, follow us there, like us there. You know, you'll get engaged to find out what we have coming up. We've got the county tournament coming up in January. You want to know about these things, so like us and follow us there. Also on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Download our free app in the Apple and Android stores by searching the Oklahoma Sports Network. Also on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. We'd love to have you a part of the family. If you want to be a part of the network, either by a school or an affiliate, contact our website for more details as we get ready for third quarter action. As Lawton High leads 31-17. And with the ball to start second half action, they're going to be on the other end of the floor. Lawton High in their all whites with red numbers. Putnam City in their all blacks with orange numbers. Almost loose ball. Almost had that fade away, but then gets that into the hands of Panay. He throws one up, misses that one. Opportunity to reset as Madden drives in between two defenders, loses the ball momentarily. A quick back look, try for a steal coming back the other end, but it is nonetheless a turnover, and he'll lose his balance, fall down, a loose, and then there's going to be a timeout called because he was going to be a traveling. So we'll take a timeout, be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
All right, back to the Great Plains Coliseum. Nathan Woods, also Glenn Brockenbush, myself, Eric Sherem. For second half action for the Lawton High Wolverines, who lead the Putnam City Pirates 31-17. They know each other for the football season. Now we get to the repay back for basketball season. Out for a 3-ball look. Back iron's no good. Rebounded by the Wolverines. Quickly down the floor as Madden goes to Panay. Panay dish out. Back up top to Madden. Madden would scoop it up with a one-hander. Dish off in. Oh, and then there's a whistle on the foul for Deans trying to go inside the paint, and he'll get fouled. And our first foul by the Putnam City Pirates. Got a substitution coming in. Foul is on Miles Jackson. That's going to be his first, and the team first for the third quarter. Just underway. You still have time to come and join us here at the Great Plains Coliseum. $5 for entry into this invitational. High up for Madden. Madden looks to drive. Back out. 2 defenders on him. It's deflected as he tried to get it out to Panay, and that's going to go out of bounds. Sails out of bounds. Trying to get his hand in there is Barnes and Panay. But it goes out of bounds. Full court press. It's Putnam City. Finally crosses the try line. Looks to drive, split the 2 defenders. No, backs out. A lot of little arm pushing there. Trying to get some freedom. There's a free opportunity as a step back shot is no good. Travel is called after the rebound, so he took the extra step after that. Miles Jackson called for the walk. Madden will cross the timeline. 6:17, a little more patient this time. Not driving the floor as fast as they were. Slowed the pace just a little bit. Jump ball is called. The ball kind of got tied up on his side arm, but that's going to be possession arrow in favor of Putnam City.
Yeah, you kind of wondered what they were going to do there, the officials, if one of those plays where the ball kind of gets stopped.
Yeah, it's either a walk or it's a tie up. Yeah, I get that, but it's an instant decision for the official to call it. Crosses the timeline. Bounce pass gets into congestion. Madden with a steal. Back over to Panay. Ollie oops. Oh, a nice finger roll. Misses it, but the putback up by Deans is good. Quickly down the floor, Putnam City. Trying to answer. And a whistle. Foul on the floor. Going to go see this back on instant replay. Right there, the putback, the not. Oh, and then you got to love that when you got a trailer there for the rebound and the shot. And that's textbook of swarming to the ball. 33-17. Correction. They get a little turnaround inside the paint for 2 to make it 19. Not necessarily say you put it on cruise control, but everything's been going Lawton High's way right now. There's no sense keep pressing, but just keep playing your style of ball.
Yeah, if this were football, this would be the most difficult part of the game. Is you can't really rest on your laurels at this point, but you also, don't want to get so aggressive that you become sloppy.
First shot by Madden is good. Your free throw sponsor, Champions United Financial Services, Life, Health, and Medicare Insurance. Made simple. Veteran-owned. Call today, 678-9610. Oh, and there is one, but we got to see that one there on instant replay. Coming down here, and bam. Got a little bit too much in the aggression. And to the free throw line. Putnam City. Little bend of the knees, up and in. Yeah, we'll be here in January, right around Martin Luther King Day, for the entire week of the county tournament on this new floor. You like this new floor?
I do. I noticed it when I came in because normally we had the logos of all the county teams for the county tournament.
And then, of course, changed.
Those lineups, those team lineups changed from year to year. And so we are now just kind of a plain floor with no logo. And, yeah, it's a
good floor.
Good floor. Nice look. I like the parquet look.
Trap at the midcourt. Is this going to call a timeout, I guess?
They're going to have a timeout of sorts.
Okay. We're just going to keep it here since we kind of missed that. And thank you for joining us. Waste Solutions is the title sponsor of this tournament. I want to thank her, also supported by Liberty National Bank, Great Plains, also the Lawton Chamber of Commerce. They had their Christmas open house tonight from 4:30 to 6:30. And so doing their part in the community, supporting that. You can see Santa in the middle of your screen there and going to the right to tell you what's coming. I don't have a counter, so I can't tell you how many days left until Christmas. You know, because you go into stores and they'll say X amount of shopping days left.
Trying to do the math in my head. I think it's 18. Yep. It's just under 3 weeks.
Yep.
So get
to this
shopping
part
done.
Yep. So it's now a 15-point contest, so you really don't want to, in the way basketball can swing, you got to make sure that you aren't on cruise control. Putnam City not going away. Going to have to back this one out. Back into Panay. Panay lets that one fly for a 3-ball. No good. Hits the front of the rim. Rebound by Putnam City going up with a trail behind and a swat behind.
That's the second time that they've gotten Panay for a foul when it looked like he had a block.
Right there, you think.
Again, we might be a tad biased, but it was, he
Panay has now picked up his third, and he will probably go to the bench.
He was talking to the official there. Panay seemed to kind of understand where the official was coming from. Wasn't protesting too much. But it looks like they are going to bring him out. They're going to bring Madden in, so a little bit of a smaller lineup. I mean, your tallest guy on the floor at this point is, I would even have to look at the roster.
10 is maybe 6'3",
probably
6. Yeah. Second shot is good. Anthony Patrick, number 10, is about 6'3". His 13-point game. So Wolverines now with a turnover. Putnam City to try to execute, put it up, and there it is, a 3-ball. Rain it in. And it's now a 10-point contest.
Jacoby Williams cutting the lead down to a mere 10 points now. So
what Wolverines had going for them has been etched away as the aggressiveness of Putnam City.
And the Pirates get the ball back now.
So they get the score, the ball back after the 3 with the steal to try to cut it below the 10 mark. Here in the third quarter, double teamed, reverse layup, hits the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded, Wolverines. Lawton High coming down the other side, and that's going to be a foul on the floor. They say take it out.
And this Lawton High team has already played 2 of the teams in this tournament. They beat Northwest Classen to open the season 65-51, and they already beat Eisenhower in a blowout 95-47, and then earlier this week fell in overtime to Westmore, which That's a team that they know fairly well from previous playoff experiences and tournaments.
See if Madden can try to convert for a Lawton High Wolverine bucket for the first time in a while. Back over to Madden. Madden will try, and then he'll lose his balance. It's on the floor. It's stripped and stolen. And now a double team put back up on Putnam City. Coming back down the other end of the floor. Now try for a steal, and they still get the ball through. That's an amazing ball handling on the floor for both ends. Going to go 2-on-1. Turnaround is stripped and stolen. Clean. Back down the other side. Here comes Madden. Madden bounce pass all the way up, and that is stripped in. Taken away, blocked. But they get the rebound in the lane. Scoop high up off the glass. No good. Deans with the rebound, and then he's going to say travel. Took 2 steps to get back out of there. And an ugly exchange of another turnover for the Wolverines. So right there, the double tap, and they say, no, not going to have that.
That was a wild sequence on both ends. This game, it felt like feels like there have been quite a few fouls called, but they really kind of let both teams play on each end there, despite some contact here and there. You kind of like to see that from time to time.
Both teams with 3 right now in this quarter. 5 becomes the bonus in the new rules for the OSSAA. Going to try to look for a little bit of help. The lane is clear, and he's going to go tap that out of bounds. So he steps on the line with the ball, and that's going to be a turnover, and the Wolverines get a little bit of excitement, and now coach will look back. Coming in to replace, got a new Wolverine on the floor, and that's Adams, Nacol Adams, the junior, 6'2", a little bit of height there with 307. And counting. Oh, a backdoor up off the glass. Oh, and it rolls out. You just don't get the Lawton High break this time. Quickly down the floor is Putnam City. 10-point contest with 2:53 left to go in quarter number 3. Rifles it out. 3-ball with a turn and try to get a score. No. Rebounded Wolverines. Almost stolen by Putnam City. Crosses the timeline. Back up top. Deans for 3. No. Put back on the floor. Rebounded by Putnam City. Still holds at 10.
If you're Lawton High, you have to, and I know this sounds obvious, but you have to start connecting on some of these jump shots because size-wise, they're not really getting these rebounds.
Yep, down by 10. Putnam City trying to chip away at that lead. Splits the defender. Scoop back out for a wide-open 3-ball, and it's good. So just like that, Putnam City back in this.
Second consecutive 3 drained by Jacoby Williams for the Pirates, and, man, we got some big contact there. Almost looks like a football play where offensive and defensive player converge on the same point at the same time.
Yeah.
As we saw that.
Right there at midcourt. So they've cut the lead to 7. Wolverines still trying to buy a bucket with 2 minutes left to go, and we've still got a 4 quarters. So hang on. Fasten your seatbelt for the finish on this one. Deans get in congestion with 4 players, and you're going to take your pick on who got his hand in the cookie jar with the hold and on the floor. And that is going to be, the Wolverines are not going to be put in the bonus. They've got 5. Yeah, we're going to go shoot 2 now. That's the new rules. So I know sometimes the officials are waiting for you got a 7 for the 1-on-1, but here it is. It's 5.
Now we're all learning. It's
I
still
understand.
early in the season.
Yep, you're right.
When you've been doing the same thing long. For years, yeah.
Deans goes to the charity stripe. Opportunity to try to finally get some points on the board by Champions United Financial Services. Call 678-9610. Life, health, and Medicare insurance made simple. Veteran owned. Shot up and good.
And to be honest, Eric, I was just relieved that you were the one who brought up the rule changes because I honestly forgot about them with the fouls and all that.
Yeah.
The main real changes to Oklahoma high school basketball, besides those that I think a lot of people in 5A and 6A noticed, were the switch back to districts. And,
yes.
You're not going to have the same playoff format, the rankings that was always kind of subjective.
Yes.
So you're going to have a little bit more of you're going to play the same teams. They had conferences, but that was always kind of convoluted when you would have Eisenhower being a 5A team but playing a 6A schedule. Very weird. So you're going to have the same teams that you're going to play throughout the season, much like in much like they do in college basketball. You have the same teams in a conference. You play each other twice, I believe, during the year, and top teams make it to the playoffs.
Whistle on the floor, gets Madden to the line, shooting 2. First shot is up and good. For your Champions United Financial Services here in Lawton, they help with life and health insurance plans to suit your needs. Call 678-9610. See how they can help you out today. Shot up, hits the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Putnam City. And here comes the Pirates. Back down with 1:46 left to go here in the third quarter. Heavily guarded and defended with the Wolverines. Panay on the bench with 3 fouls. We'll see him in the fourth. I don't know if Coach will wait maybe about with 3 minutes in, maybe 2 minutes in, put him back out. Kind of wanting him for the stretch, trying to split 2 defenders, and there's a reach in. And we're going to shoot 2. And that's going to be on Barnes. It's going to be the fourth. That's going to be his second.
This is actually a rematch. I don't know if we've mentioned this yet. This is a rematch of last year's championship game in this tournament. Lawton High, of course, winning the inaugural Great Plains Invitational.
Yep.
Of course, they knocked off Tulsa Memorial on the way there. And because of the way the bracket is, guaranteed that either Memorial or I believe it will be Northwest Classen, correct? Or
Northwest Classen plays Memorial tomorrow.
Yeah, either of those teams one of those teams will play in the final.
Misses that, goes out of bounds. Yep, because Tulsa Memorial will take on Northwest Classen tomorrow at 6 p.m. Going to go coast to coast, and there's a blocking foul on the way in. Get to see that there again.
Yeah,
as Deans takes it.
This game had felt so kind of out of PC's reach for a while. And
we said, we don't want to be on cruise control. You don't want to. Shots is just like, oh, gosh.
Basketball is just,
hits that,
really any
rims
sport,
out.
there are some stretches in any sport where it just feels like you can't get a break.
Well, just shake it off, and it's like a penalty in football or something. Deans gets the second one to go in. That's how you got to play it. To make it 38, back to a 9-point contest with 1:13 left to go. Plenty of time for both teams to establish what's going to happen in the fourth quarter. Dish this one out. Putnam City aggressively on this end of the floor with a buck 3 left to go here in the third. Rotate out. Back up top. Stutter step, going to drive, split the defenders, back outside. High scoop, then an open 3-ball look. Rims in and out. Rebounded by Putnam City. Into congestion, though. Into the hands of Deans. Deans looks to go to the floor, and they're going to say a foul on the floor. Foul on the floor, and I know that fans wanted it to be a continuation with a bucket counts. But 38 seconds left to go, and because they're in the bonus already, Deans will go back to your charity stripe and your free throw opportunity. Champions United Financial Services, call 678-9610. Don't forget MacArthur and Eisenhower, last game of our 4 at 8 o'clock. Join us for that contest. Shot up and in. So you got to make it worth it. We're back to a 10-point lead now for the Wolverines. Trying to get back to 11 on this second shot by Deans. Little bend of the knees, up and in. Brings it to 40. 11-point lead for the Wolverines with 35 seconds left to go. Putnam City crosses back down the floor. Boy, it's a foul on the way up. Boy, just kind of scoops his way around. We'll kind of see this here on instant replay. Comes up. Oh, he just tried to circle around and a little windmill look underneath. Doesn't let it to go in. trying to bring it to a 10-point contest with 27 seconds left to go. Up. No good. Hits the front end of the rim. Back out Madden with 24. Trying to get for the last shot. Going to go straight up off high of the glass. No good. Put back with the rebound. No good. Fight for it. Oh, and then look at that. Deans finds the little crease at the very last with a putback rebound 2 to make it 42-29 with 8 seconds left to go. Down to 5 seconds. 4. Last shot up, and it's going to go in. And that's going to bring it 42-31. Back to a 9-point contest. And we've got the fourth and final period coming up next. You're watching the Great Plains Invitational right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
All right, welcome back to the Great Plains Coliseum. Welcome into the fourth and final period of game number 3 here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where the Lawton High Wolverines have a 42-31 9-point lead. We've got a long way to go in this one. 9 points in basketball is nothing. You get a 3, a steal, and a 3, and that 6-point swing can get you right back in this. Lawton High has kind of led the entire way, has never trailed. They don't want to. Putnam City keeps fighting. Over to Madden. Seal cross. Back out for Deans. Goes back over to Madden. Madden gets chip fouled on the way in. 2 defenders crash down on there as he goes in the lane and right there gets the foul. Your Champions United Financial Services free throw opportunity. Well, Madden, this is where you show that you've shot a lot of free throws. And you try to make them count. And now he'll be ready. Shot up and gets the shooter's bounce. Hits the front, but finishes it off strong. Back to a 12-point lead, and that's where it will stay. Missed the second. 7:38. Boy, that was almost stolen as Panay's back into the ballgame now with 3 fouls. He had to sit out primarily most of that third quarter. Madden will get a little bit of help out to Panay. Panay back to Madden. Madden will look to try to go in between, and they're going to say foul on the floor, no basket with the hold. And he'll shoot 2. Your Champions United Financial Services free throw. So you sent him back on the line. He was 1 for 1 last go around. Still back to a 10-point game. It was 12. What is the hold up here? Oh, I guess we're looking at a towel for perspiration. A little slickness on the floor. Now, what are the green shoes that the Wolverines are using? Can you tell? You're the shoe man.
I could not tell you what
timeout.
model those
So
are.
it's a full timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Classic Lawton Chevrolet, we love our community and we want to show our appreciation.
We offer savings for military, first responders, college students, and educators, giving back to those who give everything they've got.
What's in your driveway? You don't have to come onto the lot, we'll bring it to you.
Get a 360-degree view and video summary of every vehicle. Top dollar for your trade, and even get pre-approved. ClassicChevyNation.com.
What's in your driveway?
Enjoy the difference.
Welcome back to the Great Plains Invitational here at the Great Plains Coliseum here in Lawton, Oklahoma. Fourth and final period of game number 3 between Lawton High and Putnam City. Winner advances to the semifinals to take on the winner of the next and last game of the evening, MacArthur and Eisenhower. Those two teams have not seen each other this year, so get a feel out there and get to see a little bit of the East versus West. Bounced up, there's going to be a jump ball called, so they inbounds that. There was 3 that collided on the defense, and that's going to be in the possession arrow of Putnam City. Got a substitution coming in. $7:15 left to go. A little turnaround jumper is good. Boy, that was a smooth shot. Smooth as glass. Making things interesting now, chipping away at that Wolverine lead.
Oh, high pass. Deans was trying to find his man there.
So it's down to an 8-point lead. Every time that Putnam City has kind of got to there, Lawton High has been kind of responding back. Back up to 12, then back to 10. See if that Putnam City can keep chipping away at that. Oh, a give and go right straight layup. That is practiced, and there's a timeout on the floor. Why not? Because now it's a 37-43 Lawton High lead. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group specializes in audio, video, and lighting for schools, house of worship, home, and business. Work with our team's engineers to design the right system for your conference rooms, video telecommunications, stadiums, auditoriums, video walls, home theater, and automation. Whether your next project is large or small, let our team with over 150 years of combined experience help design the right system with simple, reliable technology.
Well, the strategy, the athleticism, everything goes into these final 6 minutes left to go here in this fourth and final period unless there is an overtime. But it's a 43-37 Lawton High lead. They have never trailed. They've been up. And then when it got to the 12-point, 10-point, down to the 8, then finally what we're seeing right now. So get ready for a wild finish for the Wolverines. Slapped out, stolen by Putnam City. Here they come. Now it's re-stolen by Lawton High. Back over to Deans. Deans crosses midcourt. Nice little dish pass inside. Too much congestion. We'll back out and reset. Back over to Madden, because I don't think Barnes liked what he saw in the middle at the 6-minute mark. Got to stay aggressive with 6:04 left to go. Little bounce pass back up top. Going to drive. Dives for the floor. What a great comeback from what had been a steal, and Putnam City down the court. You got to have good ball handling skills, tripped up, and then finally get caught up in the mess.
Kind of weird possession there for Lawton High. I mean, it seemed like they were wanting to run a play, but mostly handoffs. And then when Madden, when a player fell down, it looked like Madden kind of hesitated to get the ball out to the corner.
Yeah, Young got hung up, and then Panay's back in the ball game. So Young back up top. Over to Panay. To Madden. With 5:36 left to go. Oh, a little chip. He said, "Oh, really?" Because that's a foul on Logue.
Yeah, eventually they're going to call that on.
That's going to be the fourth now, so only one more remains, and they'll put Lawton High in the bonus. Lawton High has not committed a foul here in the fourth quarter.
That's
so
also
they've got
the fourth personal on Keaton Locke, so he comes out of the game.
Yep. So I knew he was playing really aggressive. Into the hands, little spin move, turn around. Oh, backdoor for Panay is good. You find the open man, you use it. And the Wolverines finally get a bucket that they needed desperately to make it 45-37. Back to an 8-point lead. Kind of told you about that when it got down to that, Wolverines found a way. But Putnam City not going away. Almost threw that one away. Madden was waiting. He was waiting for that. Still watching with 4:49. Look back to coach to engage on a drive here. Outside bounce pass, turnaround jumper is good. Boy, that's hard to stop. 30-second timeout is called. Oh, I guess is there some kind of medical thing?
Timeout or some
is
sort.
it for Madden that has
I'm
to go?
not sure.
Have to go back and get checked out maybe. Yeah, he was going to go back and something going on. Either a cut or something that has to be looked at. We'll be back to resumed action as Madden will go out 45-39 with 4:39 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Glad you could join us on Facebook Live. Like us, follow us there. Those on YouTube, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Coach Stanley, David Stanley, athletic trainer and athletic director for quite some time over at Lawton High, getting him all taped up and ready to go. Don't forget, the last of our fourth game coming up at 8 o'clock. It will be MacArthur and Eisenhower for the first time that city rivals will now are whistled to play. Going to get this inbounds to Panay. Loose ball. It's recovered, though. Almost stolen. Now they'll play a little bit of a keep away. Play a little bit of clock management while trying to look for the best opportunity. Goes. What a great move to the basket. Awesome play.
What a beautiful play by Tavares.
Deans just showed his athleticism. Switched over from hand to hand. Split the defenders up and in. Back down underneath, and big man tries to get that one to fall, but doesn't use the backboard. Rims out. Lawton High goes coast to coast, gets stripped, and it goes out of bounds. Madden will check back into the ball game after he was attended to. You can also watch all of these games on demand. Of course, they're up on YouTube. They'll remain there. Facebook, they'll remain there. Timeout on the floor by Lawton High. So they'll talk about it. We'll do it with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Well, we've officially started our basketball season after football has come to its completion. Congratulations to all the champions, some in the Oklahoma Sports Network, including Carl Albert, taking home another gold ball. 18 in the closet in the trophy case. And that ties Bixby with the most of recent. Ada still has the most all time. That ball goes out of bounds. You can watch any of those football games throughout the year. Elgin had an incredible year. Come up shy there in the quarterfinals. You can watch any of those on demand. You're going to the channel of your choice, or the school of your choice, and watch them again. 47-39, our contest here. Going to drive, readjust. Man, he's got a sweet shot and a sweet spot on the floor. You're going to have to know where he is at any given time. And now, chipping away at that lead and a possible steal in a way. They made it into 6. They've never been under that 8-point threshold before until now. And you really hate to have it dwindle away, sift through your hands, because Lawton High has led this entire ball game. Can they put it away? It's an eternity in basketball with 3.5. The aggression, full court press. Loose ball picked up, and a jump ball is called, and the possession arrow is going to go with Putnam City. So it's one way. Remember, team fouls, when they get to 5, you go to the bonus. Putnam City has 4. Lawton High only has 1. So one more, and you're going to put the Wolverines to the line, but they've kind of struggled tonight with that. Madden will back away. Guarded. Back up to Deans. Deans looks for a little bit of help. Panay goes on the other end of the floor. Looks down. Oh, wow. Gets stripped inside the congestion of 4 black jerseys. Into the hands of Putnam City with a steal. Now to make things even more interesting with 2:57 left to go. Crosses the timeline. Behind his back. Going to go outside for a 3 ball on the way and hits the mark. Just like that, we have got a contest. 47-44.
Unreal.
The Wolverines with such a big lead, and Putnam City would not go away. They're in 3 points of this contest, and Wolverines still looking for a ball. They missed opportunities. 3 coming back the other way. Back iron's no good. Gets the rebound, though, is Deans. Deans, little shovel move, and then tries to dish off to a streaking player to his side, and there's a collision on the floor and a whistle on the floor with the push. And that will be 5, and that will bring the Wolverines to the line. And your free throws by Champions United Financial Services here in Lawton. Life Health and Medicare insurance made simple. Veteran-owned. Call 678-9610. Well, if you ever needed anything more than that, you need them right here. And they've struggled. Coach says maybe over the holiday break we're gonna have a free throw shooting contest. We're just gonna go and just make sure that we make these. We've had 1-for-1s, we've had 0-for-2s. Let's just try to get a 1-for-1. No, back irons, no good. So they come up empty on the free throw, and here comes the Putnam City Pirates to try to tie this one up or come within 1. 3 ball on the way. Rattles in and out. Rebounded by the Wolverines. Thankfully, for the first time, a miss. Almost gets trapped on the outside. It's a steal by Putnam City. Back up, and he's going to be fouled back from behind. You get to see that here on instant replay, but there was nothing else he could do but just ride his back and take your chances. They don't have to worry about the bonus yet, but we're going to go to the line shooting 2. For DJ Stevens. Well, I bet you everybody's glued to this game now.
Man.
If you left and went away for a couple of minutes, you say, what happened? That's how basketball is so streaky. Up and in. Brings that within a bucket of this contest here. Need a little Wolverine magic here in the fourth quarter. Second shot coming up is good. We're a 1-point contest. 47-46. Wolverines have not trailed yet in this ball game. Can they buy a bucket? Madden loses it, goes out of bounds, but it's last touched by Putnam City. So they will retain possession. They just need to convert. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, you talk about the biggest bucket tonight has got to be this possession right here.
You almost get in your own mind at a certain point. Becomes more mental than physical.
So Madden, they almost try to come for the strip steal with 1:43 left to go, up by 1. Madden drives, got the little pick, little floater, and Madden comes up big at the right moment. Puts it up to make it a 2-point bucket to make it 49-46 with $1:30 left to go, and here comes the Pirates. Back to a 3-point contest, stripped and stolen. Panay, it's a 2-on-2. Panay goes all the way. Oh, and then it stops and stucks, and it's a jump ball. But it will no, it's going to go back to Putnam City. I thought the possession arrow was going to stay there. And it was a great opportunity to get that bucket, and it jams in the side of the rim. And the drama continues here at the Great Plains Coliseum with 1:17 left to go. 1:12 and counting. Don't want to have that wide open three. Here it is, turn around. It is.
Wow.
And we are all tied up at 49 apiece. First time. Can you play for the last shot to try to win this at the buzzer? Going to go a little floater up, hits no good. Rebounded by Putnam City. Not a design shot that you want, and there is a push and a foul, and we're all tied up, and there's a timeout on the floor. 49-49, we're all tied up. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Well, set up a drama here at the Great Plains Coliseum for the second year for this Invitational. And we got an all-tie ball game with 46 seconds left to go. Putnam City has really had the hot hand in the second half. They've had the threes when they needed them. Wolverines were up by 12 at one point, and then they stayed that with as soon as they got to the 8-point mark, the Wolverines would answer. And then it got to 6, and when it went down to 6, that's when it really started to have the sand go out of the hourglass of that magical switch. But the setup is over. Timeout was called. 46 seconds remain in an all-tie ball game here at the Great Plains Coliseum and the Great Plains Invitational. Winner will advance to the semifinals. Loser will play tomorrow at 4 p.m. So look to try to inbounds quickly. 46 seconds left to go, all tied up. The pressure is put on, crosses the timeline. 39 seconds and counting.
Man, great defense by Avi Young. And now he's got the point man again. He's got Locke there at the top. Locke's got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls.
27 seconds left to go. I think they're just trying to play for the last shot because they know they can be overtime if needed. 20 seconds left to go. Coming up, if there was a steal, it could happen. Oh, and there's the foul right there.
On Avi. Now, they do have fouls to give.
Yeah, they do because we're not at the 5. Now, Wolverines, with Putnam City having 5, can put them to the line, but that's the 3rd now, and that is his 3rd foul. 14 seconds. You can feel the tension and the drama here at this one. Going down to the buzzer, and you kind of feel that they're going to give it to the big man for the 3.
Now, what I'm seeing right now, if I think I understand, it's almost like when Madden, had to come out because if there's any blood or anything, we're seeing Williams. I saw him rubbing his elbow with a towel earlier. I don't know if they're trying to make sure that he doesn't have any open wounds, and so I think they're going to have to
they're
have
gonna
him
have to
sub
go.
out of the game or get some attention from the medical staff. And so, David Stanley is going to have to go from Tonto Smith over to Jacoby Williams kind of in one fell swoop. Actually, no, Scott.
Well, here comes the
Scott
inbounds.
Beer.
Garden against Madden. Up top with 14 to go. They're going to play for the last shot. You're going to try to get a buzzer beater winner. Lawton High has not trailed, and they put that. That's going to be a travel. A travel. It did get tied up. He looked for the other official to say, was it a tie? Was it a jump ball? They have 6 seconds left to go, and we'll keep it here. Boy, what a call that was, because, and he asked for it, and we'll watch it here on the instant replay right there, and he looks for a little help. No travel.
Here's the kind of, what do they call it, the rule of unintended consequences is Jacoby Williams leaves the game. That's the guy that made two 3-pointers earlier.
Right.
He might have been the guy that they were looking for on that play. He's not in the game. You therefore kind of have to think on the fly. Here's my cheesy broadcaster dad joke for the night. I took my allergy medicine this morning. I took my cold medicine this morning. Didn't know I was going to have to take my heart medicine because, my goodness – and thank you for laughing at that, made me feel better. Okay. This has been crazier than we could have expected about, 45 minutes ago?
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's either going to be a win at the buzzer with 6 seconds left to go. Lawton High has the ball with the turnover, but Putnam City has a great clamp-down defense, and you don't want to take away with a steal and a putback shot for them. But it's going to have to go full court because you're down underneath your away basket. With 6 seconds left to go, going to have to make sure that you have the ball in the air. You have a time for one bounce here at the half, down below, and then hope for, and the good news is they fouled. You're going to go to the line, but the bad news is the Wolverines have kind of struggled there. And so we're going to inbounds.
Here's the thing. I think everyone in this arena knows whose hands they want the ball in. Yep. And the question is, does PC allow that to happen? And they do.
So Young over to Madden, and Madden loses it. Tried to go the give and go, and he loses the ball right outside. And it's very uncharacteristic of that young man. We'll get to see that here in instant replay.
It almost is a case of running before you had the ball, it felt
Yes. Good analogy, but it took 2 seconds off. 4 seconds. Either we're going to overtime, and Madden tries to get the steal. Down to 3, down to 2. Back end to try to put the shot up at the buzzer. Hits the back iron, and we are going to OT. Back into overtime. All tied up at 49 apiece. We will be back for overtime right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hail damage on your vehicle? Look no further than Cars Hail Repair Specialists. They're locally owned and operated with certified PDR technicians and offer a lifetime warranty with zero out-of-pocket guarantee. They work directly with your insurance and they give a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Make sure you ask them about the $200 referral program. Cars Hail Repair Specialists. Give them a call today, 580-360-5050.
Well, we're set to jump it. Yes, you are into overtime. What a game this is. All tied up at 49 apiece. And we'll put 4, just half of a quarter, a full quarter, to settle this one. The Wolverines, and I'll still say, have never trailed since they had that opening lead. They've been up quite a bit, and then it dwindled down to a tie ball game, but the toss into Madden's hand is going to start off with the Wolverines with the first possession in overtime. Over to Panay. Panay tries to split 2 defenders. And then has to try to get that out, and that's just a deflected, you're not getting that to the right situation as Deans can't corral it, and it goes out of bounds. And everything has gone Putnam City's way when it comes to having a break or a roll. But you know that three-point wide-open shot is going to have to really be taken care of because that has really been the killer and the backbreaker tonight. Still in a tie ball game. Going across the timeline. Heavily guarded. Passed out. Corner. Madden. He gives the little nod ahead. He says, yeah, I want the ball. We've seen that. Little mismatch there. A little floater. Up, off. No, the rim. Deans with the rebound. He's got 2 defenders against him. He'll have to get that and dish that out with the 3:12 mark here of overtime. Outside corner. Eyes. Back up top. Deans looks, surveys 2 defenders, and he will say no.
They're going to call who'd they call the foul on?
With the push.
Okay, they're calling in on number 12 on.
Okay, now this is interesting because I didn't know, because we've not been in overtime with these new rules. Mm-hmm. It carries over evidently because we still have 5 fouls now.
Okay, yes.
And so that carries over from the fourth quarter. They don't start off with 0. That's interesting.
I think that's the way it was when it was 7
regular.
more.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. That makes sense. So they didn't have to change that. In case you're wondering what we're talking about, there's no 1-and-1 in basketball anymore. As Deans goes to the line, very need it, and you get it. Wolverines with a 1-point lead. Glad you could join us on Facebook and also on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Got a fun one here in overtime, our first tonight. Other 2 games have been one-sided. Very aggressive, trying to bring it to a 1-bucket lead. With the second shot by Deans, up and away and in. And we need to put Deans back on the line because, man, he's really made it.
He's been taking care of business.
3:04 full court, and the press is on. Trying to cross. 51-49. Putnam City back up top. We've seen this with the go around underneath and then a flash. That is textbook, what you practice over and over again, and we're all tied up at 51 apiece. 2:42. That was looking for the man underneath and got that with a touch pass off the glass. Set this one up. Deans. Down below. Oh, and then it's stripped, and it is going to step out on the line. So Putnam City tried to get the steal. Wolverines get a break with the ball in the possession. Trying to get Deans in with Panay to work something out. Take that back. Panay is not on the floor right now. Back down underneath to Deans. That's beautiful. As Madden found his guy underneath to go back up by a bucket. 53-51 in overtime. Almost pickpocketed from behind with a steal. Back on the other end of the floor. Drives, just a one-stop bump from 20. Oh, and then a loose putback up off the glass for 2 is good. And we're all tied up at 53 apiece. 1:49 left to go. So that 4-minute quarter, just like that, has been eradicated. Deans tries to split 4 defenders, goes up hard, and he'll be fouled shooting 2. Get to see this as he saw the matchup, saw the lane, went hard, and then got fouled on the way in. (53-53). Well, we said put Deans back on the line. I hope that's been the good decision right there. Need 2, let's get 2. First shot up and in. Bring the Wolverine lead by 1. 1:40 remaining. Don't forget the 8 o'clock game set to still be on time, unless we just continue with a whole bunch of overtimes. Then we'll have MacArthur and Eisenhower, the 2 Lawton schools that have not seen each other. Second shot for Deans is also good. He's 2 for 2 and 2 for 2. In this overtime matchup, he's made 4. And they are up by 1 bucket. And a foul with the immediate reach in. That's going to be the fourth, so they have one more to give, and then they will put them in the bonus as Young picked up his fourth foul. Long pass. Oh, it's stolen right into Dean's hands. Dean's all the way up, tries to go for the slam, and he is jammed with a foul. Let's see that on instant replay, but look at this. What the steal right here at Dean's, and he goes right back up, ready to take it home.
Now, who are they going to call this foul on? Because if it's on Locke, that's his fifth. But I think they're calling it on Williams.
That will be his second.
Yeah, there were two men there at the kind of point of contact.
But the savior at the line so far has been, do I do the broadcast jinx? Dean's.
Okay.
There he goes. I didn't do it.
We're still friends, Eric.
Okay. That's good. Very interesting. It's a 3-point lead now to try to bring it to 4.
More so, the LHS fans are still friends with you right now.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
haven't jinxed him yet.
That's true. Well, Dean's has been hot in this overtime. I mean, it's just he's been the guy. And you need that, from a player. And he gets that one to go, too. So back up to a 57-53 contest. Wolverines with the lead, but Putnam City with the ball. Hang on. Strap yourselves in for the final on this one. Going to dive, cross the timeline. Oh, yeah, that's going to be, he went stride for stride, but too much in the body is Rucker. That's only the fourth now. Or, no, that is the fifth, right? That was 4?
No,
I think this will be 5.
Yes,
yeah, that is
just
5.
Put it up there.
Yep. They were a little bit slow up on the big board there, but I thought we were already at 4. So now it will be to the line. Shooting 2 is Lodge. First shot up and good. Brings it to 57-54 here in overtime. Second shot coming up. Got them both. They're 2 for 2. 1 bucket lead. Wolverines with 1:28. Got a long way to go on this one, and there's another foul with a reach in, and I think that is on.
Are they going to call that on Williams as well?
Williams, okay.
Yes.
That's
so
going to be his third, yeah. He had a couple to give. But
so we're going to see Marcus Rucker now.
Rucker is going to go instead of Deans. So, Rucker, you're going to have to pick up where Deans left off in your Champions United Financial Services free throw at 678-9610. They help with life and health insurance plans to suit your needs.
He misses the first.
So, hate that one.
We're hearing the instructions from Coach Shavis Smith and assistant Craig Foster.
Second shot coming up. No, back iron's no good. Putnam City with a rebound. Here we go with 1:25 loose ball on the floor. And it is picked up, still no whistle. And now they have what a timeout is called. So the Wolverines got it just enough for a quick timeout. Just what they needed. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Miller Noble Heating and Air Conditioning, we offer preventative maintenance agreements, summer tune-ups, and service calls. During the summer, when your air conditioner breaks, you have to give us a call. Well, with preventative maintenance agreements, it prevents that. We go out, service the air conditioners, and prep them so they don't fail on you in the peak time of the year. The U.S. Department of Energy states that you can save up to 30% of your utility bill by having your system properly maintained.
All right, welcome back to the Great Plains Coliseum. We are in overtime of our third game. 57-55, Wolverines with just a 1-bucket lead. But the exchange with the loose ball, coach called timeout just for that momentary possession, enough for the Wolverines to get it inbounds. Both teams are in the bonus, so they both go to the free throw line. We're ready. Let this one unfold. Wolverines with a 1-bucket lead and with the ball. They're so aggressive. You say, I would make them foul you, but but I would really like to get it in the hands of Dean, so you put him to the free throw line and then just try to extend that when you can. But, it's getting the ball into his hands as Deans will be the one to inbound. Panay will be on the far low corner. Bounce pass up to Rucker, and there's immediately they're going to say, you know what, because they said, well, we'll rather take our chances. He went to the line last time, went 0 for 2. I was wondering why, I guess for height, why Deans wasn't the one to get the ball. But these are clutch.
You have to.
You need
to have a
at least one of these
here.
two. Yep. And there he goes. Gets the first one to go. Very important. Back to a 3-point lead. Second shot coming up. It's no good. Comes back. And a jump ball is called with the loose ball. And the possession arrow will go down to Putnam City with 1:14 left to go. And the full pressure is on. Madden will guard. Still cross with 1:08 left to go here in overtime. Back up top of the key with a minute to go. They're not letting anything loose. We got that loose 3-ball shooter all by himself over there, but doesn't need it. And that's a 3 right now. And we're back to an all-tie ball game, 58 apiece, with 46 seconds left to go. You don't want it stripped and stolen here, so you got to play, still aggressive. I know you want to say, okay, well, let you get it into Deans. Make them foul him, because they'll get desperate when it gets down to 33. Splits the 2 defenders, waits, puts it back up off the glass.
Oh, wow.
No good, rebounded by Putnam City. Here comes the Pirates with an all-tie ball game with 23 seconds left to go. They may try for the last shot at the timeline. So a Deans drive with no score and no bucket. Spin move, almost loses. Madden comes in for the dive, misses that. Opportunity up, and the floater hits the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded with 5 seconds left to go, and I think we're going to go into double overtime. 2 seconds, hits the back of the glass, and we are into double overtime. Holy cow.
Let's just keep going. Oh, my goodness.
What a way to start a Great Plains Invitational. Coach Gagliardi said, team, go back and do something else, because we got another 4 minutes on the clock here. All tied up at 58 apiece. We will be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
It's real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. It's called the Juice. And at Jersey Mike's, it adds that jazz to your sub. Add a flavor zing with the Juice. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Okay, welcome back to the Great Plains Coliseum in game number 3, and what a doozy this has been. We are now in double overtime. We'll put another 4 on the board.
Nuts.
Yeah.
And we knew these two teams were going to be pretty competitive. And actually, this harkens back to, I think, my first year at the Lawton Constitution, witnessing, I believe it was Putnam City at Wolverine Gym playing Lawton High, and I believe that game went 2 overtimes. And so, I mean, this is not a traditional rivalry per se, but they're two teams that we've seen play each other in close games.
And we have two of theirs. We have one. I mean, with 4 fouls, we're talking about foul out possibilities.
Number 0, I believe Keaton Locke has 4 fouls for sure.
So this is the first time after 3 jump balls that the Putnam City Pirates have won at midcourt, and they will start off with the ball with the first possession, all tied up. Just underway in our second overtime. let this one sail and go, and there's going to be a foul on the way up, and we're shooting 2. So our first contest at 2 o'clock, boy, that seems some time ago. Northwest Classen defeats U.S. Grant 86-26. Second game, Tulsa Memorial beats Newcastle 78-26. They both will advance to the semifinals and will play at 6 o'clock tomorrow. That's Tulsa Memorial against Northwest Classen. Lawton High, they win. They'll play it tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Otherwise, they will play at 4. And the last game to conclude tonight is MacArthur and Eisenhower. That seems a little ways away. And for the first time tonight since the get-go, the Putnam City Pirates have a 1-point lead. Taking into the second overtime to do it, over to Madden. They have never trailed. They've been up. They've lost that lead. And Deans, handoff. Back over to Deans. Deans looks to go over to Panay, who's wide open, kind of has to readjust after a pass. Back up to Madden up top. 2:58 left to go here in the second overtime. Back pedals. Back over to Deans, to Madden. Back up to Madden. He'll get a pick from Panay. Back out. Panay looks, stops. In and out. Rattled in and out. The selection was there, but the fall was not. Putnam City with a 1-point lead with 2:28 left to go in double overtime. Looks to drive, and there is going to be foul on the floor. With the push. That's going to be on Rucker. Marcus Rucker is going to pick up his second. Back to the charity stripe we go. Shot up, no good. So a little breather with the first miss at the charity stripe and the free throw line for Putnam City. Thursday night basketball here at the Great Plains Coliseum for the Great Plains Invitational. Bend in the knees, up and in. So they've extended their lead by a bucket. Wolverines trail with 2:16 left to go. Outside for a 3-ball. Can they get it? No. But they get the rebound. The selection was there, but they can't get it to fall. Madden will be from downtown. Hits the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Putnam City. The momentum has switched. Little clamp down with 2, and there is a timeout called by Putnam City. They will take it. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is about more than just a degree.
It's a journey that will shape your future and change your life. That's why MSU Texas provides a place to find your passion,
to connect with others,
and discover who you truly are.
We're dedicated to providing a well-rounded education that prepares you for a variety of careers.
You'll have everything you need to pursue your dreams at MSU Texas.
Start your journey. For more information, visit msutexas.edu.
We are celebrating.
Here at Pam and Barry's team, we've been helping you through the real estate process for more than 20 years.
We want to thank you for choosing our team to help you.
We sold our house at full asking price, and it took less than about a week to get our full asking price with Pam and Barry.
Don't go at it alone.
Let us handle it all here.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Right back here at the Great Plains Coliseum. Welcome in with this 1:47 left to go in double overtime and a Putnam City 1-bucket lead. The first time they took the lead was in the second overtime. Lawton High had never trailed up until then. clamp down with the defense, trying to get it across midcourt with 139. Trying to do what they can to try to disrupt what they can. Playing keep away is Putnam City. They're up by a bucket. Lawton High waiting for an opportunity to get a turnover or a miss. Coming down this end of the floor. They'll back away with 1:22 left to go. Oh, there's a collision between the exchange. I think it's going to be on Madden. There was actually 4 players up top. They collided after the loose ball. Believe it or not, that's going to be Madden's first foul. First of the night. But you're going to send him, with a bonus to the line to try to extend this. If you're looking for a miracle, you want to get some misses here when they got the first one there. So that helps a little bit with 1:18 left to go. The important second shot coming up. Got to hand it off to Putnam City. I mean, their defense, the way they played, they continue to fight. Second shot coming up. Rims in and out, but they get the rebound momentarily, and there's a jump ball called, and it's still going to be Lawton High ball as Deans comes up with it on the rebound, and we'll go full court the other way. Wolverines down by a bucket with 1:16. This is the possession that they have to score on. Boy, it'd be nice if they could get the bucket and the harm for a three-point swing. Let's see what they dial up. Madden across the timeline as he hands that off. Got a down player. He's kind of limping. He is in pain, but he gets back up. Deans back out. 3-ball on the way, and a travel is called.
Travel on Young.
He took a step before the pass up, and it's down to 53 seconds left to go. They had the possession, and they came up empty.
On Patrick, rather, still.
Very gut-wrenching. And a back pedal, tries to take the drive. Madden on the defense with 40 seconds left to go. They'll definitely play keep away with a 2-point bucket. Gets into congestion, gets the rebound, and then there's a hack through there. That could be on Deans, or it could be, take your pick.
Yeah, they're going to call it on Deans.
Yeah. It was either on Deans or Young. Split the difference.
And we're seeing.
It's going to be his third.
We're seeing DJ Stevens now being slow to get up.
Well, the last time they missed both and kept Lawton High alive, and then they wanted to do the step-back 3, and it was a turnover on the travel. Back to the line for Putnam City. Little bend in the knees, up. Back iron's no good. So again, keeping the Wolverines' chances alive. The never say die Wolverines still in this. Down by a bucket with the second shot coming up. Up. Also no good. Rebounded by the Wolverines, so both trips to the charity stripe come up empty by Putnam City. All the way up to Deans, and he is fouled on the way in. You get to see that here on instant replay. He saw that. When he sees the seam, he's going up. He's going to take it, and you're going to send that young man to the line. And we could go back to a tie ball game. If he does what he's been doing in the first overtime. Shots coming up. Deans. 26 seconds left to go in double overtime. Oh, he's fouled out. So we have their first one that has taken the exit for the night.
Yeah, so we'll see who comes in for Ben Thompson, and they're trying to kind of get this process going. And now they're going to bring in Sheffy. We really haven't seen much in the second half. Played quite a bit in the first.
So Deans has a potential for a tie with a second overtime. And the first shot coming up. First shot is up and good. Boy, he's been clutch here in the first overtime and now the second. Have an opportunity to tie, and the drama will continue here at the Great Plains Coliseum. MacArthur Eisenhower wanting to set to come up on the floor just for their warm-ups. Ball up and in. It's clutch. Dean's MVP so far. All tied up with 60 apiece with 26 seconds left to go. The drama will unfold here in the last 20 seconds. Crosses the timeline with 18 to go. Probably playing for the last shot opportunity. Up top with 12. Madden on the guard. Up top. 7 seconds. Down to 5. Little floater going to go put it up, and it's going to be incomplete. It's going to be no at 1 second at the buzzer. Hits the front of the rim, and we're going into the third overtime.
Those players have got to be getting tired because
Merry Christmas.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know what else to say. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Scooters Coffee, world-class coffee rooted in quality, with 2 locations to serve you in Lawton and Elgin. Wake up to the amazing aroma of quality, from their hot and iced drinks to blenders, smoothies, teas, to even their great food delights. Or why not try their at-home coffees or coffee on the go? Locally owned and operated, Scooters in Lawton and Elgin. Scooters, rooted in quality.
Well, if you stayed with us, we're going to have a jump ball because we're back in now to our third overtime. The last go around, Putnam City won, and this time Lawton High won with a jump ball. They won all the jump balls except for last go around, but Putnam City, after the engagement of Lawton High, misses. Opportunity. Trying to let this one fly. Back up top. A lot of shifts, a lot of moves. All tied up at 60 apiece. What a fun way to start a invitational. One that's memorable. Lawton High is going to be really tired. They're going to sleep well until after they come back and have to play again tomorrow. Lets this one fly. Rims in and out, and there's a foul over the back. And that was our young man that had just came off the bench.
Yeah, Sheffy.
As John Sheffy is going to be charged with the foul.
And that was Williams, the guy that they've wanted to take the 3. And, I mean, honestly, that one almost went in.
Look who you fouled.
Yeah, that's not great. If you're a Pirates fan, that's not great.
Yeah. Dean's back to the line. Shooting 2. A little bend in the knees, up and in. He's been doing a lot of those.
My goodness.
In practice, you can tell. He's got a good form. Back up to a Wolverine 1-point lead with 3:07 left to go here in the third overtime. Second shot by Dean's coming up. I think with that one player, he's got his first miss in all of the overtimes, and it's a 1-point Wolverine lead. And the press. But, yeah, I mean, with that one foul out, there's a steal. Deans looks for an opportunity to try to split the defenders. He loses it. It goes out off of Putnam City, so Lawton High will retain possession under the goal.
And Dean's not hurt, but comes up a little shaky. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout.
So as they take one, we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Well, the Great Plains Invitational has now seen 3 overtimes. Wolverines with a 1-point lead on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Those who are joining us on Facebook, we should really be into our last game by now. 8 o'clock was the start of our 4th and final game. We've been going on since 2 o'clock this afternoon. Northwest Classen beat U.S. Grant 86-26. Tulsa Memorial over Newcastle 78-26. So Tulsa Memorial will take on Northwest Classen tomorrow at 6. Winner of this game will play the winner of our final finality game between MacArthur and Eisenhower. So it may be a little bit past your bedtime by the time we get this one finished. But it's been an exciting one here. Lawton High with the timeout, with the ball underneath their own bucket. Up by 1. And a long way to go in this one with 2:54. Timeout is called. Well, we'll keep it here. But we've got MacArthur and Eisenhower coming up in the finality of this one. We'll have 2, 4, 6, and 8 tomorrow, and then consolation rounds, and then we'll have a semifinal and final on Saturday.
Well, we say 2, 4, 6, and 8. Given tonight, we don't know what time everything's going to be starting.
Yeah. Well,
I was really looking forward to the Eisenhower-MacArthur game. Obviously, a big rivalry, the Battle of the Boulevard, and former MacArthur, star really in Brandon Kephart, now the head man at Eisenhower. But at this rate, who knows if we're going to get to see that game be played. They'll start it at some point this evening.
Okay, so the timeout. It's kind of interesting at why they called timeout. They must have really saw something that they were looking at a little more closely with that matchup. Williams was the only one that has fouled out for Putnam City.
Or it was I thought it was Thompson.
Thompson, I'm
number
sorry.
10, yeah.
Yeah,
Williams,
10.
number 11, is still
Oh,
in
yeah,
there.
11 is still there. He's the dangerous one. Madden looks to throw inbounds up to Deans. Deans takes it strong. Nice little soft floater, but is no good. But in the hands of a Wolverine, deflected. Deans gets it momentarily. Back into the Wolverines again. So a third opportunity at an offensive board. And back up to Madden to kind of slow things down. Up by 1 with 2.5 to go. We'll get a little bit of a pick here, and we'll try to find out who's going to engage who. Back over to Panay, to Madden. Madden drives, a little toss pass. Back up to Deans. Deans, they'll rotate around. Madden, 2:17 left to go. Back over to Panay, to Deans. Deans at the top of the key. Back over to Madden, to Deans. Stutters across. Boy, he wants to drive that lane. You know what he wants. Now we're at 2 minutes left to go. We're going to stall ball this a little bit.
Yeah, we're
not a bad strategy.
No, and I know people got plenty of opinions about having a shot
clock. Yeah.
But at this point, I don't know if they necessarily want to keep it till the very end, because I feel like
right.
Putnam City is.
Oh no, I don't think
wait.
they'll do that. But I mean, you're taking major time. You want to start this drive here probably at the minute mark, and then you really force it. Because that way, if you make it the bucket, you really force them. But
force the issue. I mean, you have the ball in the guys' hands that you want. If they're going to foul, let them foul.
The sand is coming out of the hourglass right now in the time because with a 1-point lead, you can do a lot of this right now.
And you're seeing Putnam City.
And Deans is the man that will go to the line if you foul him. So 1:12 left to go.
Now they're going to try double team him. That's going to leave somebody open.
Madden. Oh, he tried to do a flop fake there with a foul. They didn't whistle. Deans gets double teamed and he called timeout.
Have to call timeout, and it looked like he
had
and
so he was upside with Madden up there. There was something that was not right, and there was the wrong play with a minute left to go. We'll take a timeout. Be back right after this in the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled healthcare to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
All right, back here at the Great Plains Coliseum, get ready for the second of the evening slate of doubleheaders, because we started at 2 o'clock, but we'll have MacArthur and Eisenhower coming up next. If we can just get past this one. Now, a full timeout was called. It's a minute 1 left. Wolverines really took a lot of time off the clock, and Putnam City was willing to let them do it. Because the gamble is you do that, and they come back and win it in the buzzer, you know what I mean? It's just, but you really need to execute, and something's got to be a score for you on this possession. So right now you got to execute because you don't want them to try to get that last-minute buzzer shot when you're only up by 1. Madden trails back from Panay to Madden, dribbling between his legs, back up. Deans has control of this with 49 seconds left to go. He's backing away. He wants to go hard in the lane. He'll go out to Madden. Madden will be the dish out. Back out to 41 seconds. Now at this time, they're going to have to foul. Going to have to come up to Madden down to 34 seconds. Deans, big collision, yeah. And that's going to be the pick the pocket, and you're going to put Deans to the line. That's kind of what you want if you're the Wolverine fan. Charity Stripe is brought to you by Champions United Financial Services, Life, Health, and Medicare Insurance made simple, veteran-owned. Call today, 678-9610. They help with life and health insurance plans to suit your needs. Champions United Financial Services. Deans to the line. Critically, he's made all of the points in the first overtime, all but 1 in the second overtime, and he's back to the line to try to bring the Wolverines, if he can capitalize on both of these, to a 3-point lead. Drama will unfold right here. Deans at the line. Let's do the golf announcer. Quiet, yes. In for the first to make it 62. A 1-bucket lead. This is the big one right here. So they'll have to get a 3 to tie, or the 3 and 1. If Deans can make the clutch here. He does. So he puts the pressure on. They're going to have to get it out on the court fast. 63-60. Wolverines with a 3-point lead. Down to 26 seconds left to go in the third overtime. Crosses the timeline. Looks to go. Waits past 2 defenders. Puts it up off the glass, up and in. Good. And there's a timeout called by the coach to make it a 1-point lead. Told you that important. 18 seconds left. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind: providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-8720.
I'll be one of those things, boy, I was glad to be there for the Great Plains Invitational in game number 3 with a 3 overtime matchup. You got your $5 entry fee worth it if you came 100%, to this one.
Yeah, and then some.
Yep, because you got a 63-62 Wolverine 1-point lead, but 18 seconds on the clock. And the inbounds, the very important inbounds from underneath. As Putnam City got the score, Lawton High will have to inbounds, but you know what's coming. It's going to be an inbounds and not very much, and then you're going to put them in the line because that's all you can do to try to get the ball back unless it's a steal. And so it's very important to get the right inbound in. Crowd's starting to fill up because we got a great matchup here in game number 2 for MacArthur and Eisenhower. 18 seconds remain. Look for a little bit of help over to Madden, and he'll immediately get fouled, and you'll put Madden to the line with only 1 second off the clock. And a clutch for a young man who started as a freshman, has an opportunity to put his team up again if he can bank these 2.
And that's now 5 on Jaden Perry. He's going to come out, so they're going to bring in, looks like Zamarian Frost.
And that's what happens with a drama with, a 3 overtime game. You start losing players. First shot by Madden is no good.
Yeah, you don't want it to necessarily come down to a battle of attrition because, I think the Pirates have been somewhat the deeper team tonight, just kind of throwing bodies in there. But
second shot is good. So 1 bucket lead with 17 seconds left to go. And he loses it. Unbelievable. And the throw, you got to see this on instant replay. Throws it up way high, and it lost right out of his hands. And the Wolverines get the biggest break tonight.
Man, DJ Stevens just with a wrong thing at the wrong time.
Yeah,
and
they'll follow Panay.
Vicenote.
Yeah, and he'll go to the line. 10 seconds left to go. Triple overtime.
I mean, I ain't got anywhere to be. You good? You ready for another one?
Oh, at this point, yeah. I know we got that last one coming up. Shot up by Panay is good. So, man, you really didn't think the Wolverines could be at this position. 3-point lead. This will be a clutch. The starting quarterback, also wide receiver for the Lawton High Wolverines, makes it 2 for 2. Makes it 66. And down the floor, they got to make it quick. With 7 seconds, a three-pointer on the way. Back iron's no good. Loose ball for another 3. Puts up and a rebound with no time on the clock. They set a whistle, but they should have buzzed it. There is zeros on the clock. And is it 1 second or is it over? It is over. The Wolverines have won this contest. 66. Wait a minute. They're holding everybody up. The buzzer did not. Oh, it is. That's it. They say ball game. Because the buzzer, it shows zeros as you see, but it's triple overtime, 66-62. We're going to take a short little break and be back for our last ball game of the night as the Wolverines advance 66-62 with a triple overtime win. You've been watching a presentation, the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.